up, everybody, and welcome to episode 6 of Girl You Know What, the podcast. I am one of your fabulous hosts, Tahir.
And I'm Keisha.
Yeah, the other
Fabulous.
half. The fabulous. Yes, ma'am. I mean, we're just going to put that out there. You know how we do. So,
so like, dang, so we episode 6, huh?
Episode 6.
We said 10 episodes. I think this season might have more than 10 episodes.
That's cool. Because we got a lot of stuff we got. You know what? And
let's go for 12.
Let's go for 12. Let's do that.
Okay.
So, because, like the first season, we were still trying to fill things, and we're still trying to fill things out. You know what I mean?
Like, but I think we had so much, like, tragedy this season.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
back to back.
Had so much. The shootings.
Mm-hmm.
There was so much going on in the world.
Right.
It was like the things that we had planned to discuss kind of took a back seat to life.
Yeah.
Which is okay.
Yeah, it's okay because that's what's going to happen, and it should happen.
About, like real life stuff.
Mm-hmm. And we want to talk about it, even though we only record this show once a week. And sometimes we may come and we may be like, because we were going to do this a couple times last season, where we were going to do like a surprise show, like an extra show.
Yeah, say it. When Will got on that stage to smack Chris,
girl,
I called you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What we gonna say?
Are we gonna do this today?
Right now.
Yeah. Let's just roll it live and just put it out there because we had some stuff to say, but we just went on and just did our regular show.
Decompress.
Yeah. Because in the moment we were just like, okay, it's too much going on. We got to say something. Because I didn't say nothing really about it on social media. I think like when it happened. Like the day it happened.
I don't think either one of us did.
No. Because you called me and told me about it. I wasn't even watching it. And you were like, did that really just happen? I was like, what?
It just so happened I turned it on.
Girl.
Because you know how the Oscars run late?
Yeah.
So I just, like, turned it on.
Mm-hmm.
And was like, what?
Girl.
Oh.
Yeah.
Our childhood is being shattered before our eyes.
It really is. I mean, it started with, it probably before this, but it started with Bill Cosby. Let's keep it real. And
I think it started with the music.
Oh yeah, I mean that's
it started with the music.
Yeah,
it started with mumble rap.
Yeah.
It started with Love and Hip Hop. Quality TV went out the window first.
I mean, there's only seriously. I actually because I was going to do a podcast on this talking about television and how it's changed and everything like that because that's what we did. We grew up watching TV. We didn't have Netflix and all that stuff. We had movies and all that stuff. Yeah, I mean, we had it outside. Yeah, we had out. I mean that part.
We had bikes, basketballs.
Yeah,
and if you had 1 or 2 coins, your parents bought you a Nintendo.
Exactly.
I mean,
and there was a limit on it. Yeah, there was a limit on the Nintendo. It wasn't like, okay, go play your video games. It wasn't like that. You know what I mean?
Oh,
so,
yeah, no.
I mean, outside existed. Let's just put it like that.
First of all, a lot of people everybody didn't have a TV in their room.
Right. So, yeah, you had to wait.
Your mama wasn't going to let you just keep that game hooked up to the
Heck no.
TV. You had to put that up.
Yeah. And the only reason why I was able to watch so many music videos is because, like, especially Friday night, my mom liked watching the video Soul Top 20 Countdown herself. So that's the only reason why I was
like looking at Donnie Simpson.
I mean, let's just start right there. I mean,
Donnie
that
Simpson
part.
brought a lot of women to the TV.
To the yard, honey. Okay. They didn't care what he was saying. They didn't care who the guest was. They didn't care who was number one. They give a damn. They just want to see them.
They love it.
That's all it was. But yeah, so it was totally different. But
our childhood is just being shattered.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Academy Awards really lost its luster.
Oh yeah.
What was it? Oscar So White.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's when I had to let them all go.
Yeah, that's when I stopped really watching award shows. Period.
Me, I was like an advocate for every award show.
Right, yeah. Oh yeah, that's what we did.
We could
not
wait.
Billboard,
American Music,
girl,
Grammy, Golden Globe, SAG.
Listen,
everyone.
And
every Tuesday when they put that magazine out.
Mm-hmm. See the fashion stands, and everything. Yeah,
my mother knew I'm gonna grab Keisha a magazine.
Mm-hmm.
Like I grew up in a house of magazines.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
she kept the L's. and the Vogues on the table,
Mm-hmm.
the Ebony's and
Honey,
Essence
Jet
in the
magazine.
basket. She used to keep Cosmopolitans, and the Jets was in the bathroom.
Okay. Yeah.
Like we grew up. I grew up in a house of books.
Yeah. I mean, there was a magazine coming like every other day.
And I had all the Peoples. And People was a weekly. So I don't know what it is now.
I don't know
but
either.
it was a weekly magazine back then.
Mm-hmm.
And they always had that crossword puzzle in the back.
Yep, they sure did.
Listen,
yeah.
I have let it all go.
Mm-hmm. You have to. I mean, because things, it's just like, it's not the same. It's not, you know.
I had a subscription to Vogue, like recently. And when Anna Wintour did not put a write-up,
girl,
and didn't put Andre on the cover. I feel like he deserved to be on the cover.
The cover. I said, the cover, but I said there needed to be a whole edition dedicated to him.
It should have been a special edition.
Right. And that's
when
real.
She didn't do that.
Oh, I was pissed.
I don't want my subscription.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want anything. And anybody, again, Anna, Andre, and Grace, I love them. And when she did not give him the respect that I felt like he deserved.
Oh, definitely. He did so much for Vogue. I mean, Vogue would have went down.
Even if, okay, y'all had the cover preset. Kim Kardashian was supposed to be on the March cover because that's when it was.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I completely understood that.
Mm-hmm.
But what I didn't take kindly to, and I'm thumbing through the book because I got the book. And I was like, I don't see Andre.
Right. Right.
I said, no, this is gonna be the last. This is it for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was. I was pissed.
Worry about me no more.
Yeah, and I hadn't read a Vogue magazine in a long time, but I was like, when I went to the grocery store or wherever, or if I was at Barnes and Noble, I did the same thing. I was just like, okay, this may be too soon. Maybe she's going to do a special edition or something like that. I waited next month.
June.
Yeah, it's June, and you still haven't done anything for that man. I'm done. And then I got pissed all over again, girl, because I watch my grandma and I on Tuesday nights when it's on WOSU or I'm sorry, PBS, nationally. We watch Finding Your Roots with what's his name?
I watched it when he was on.
Yeah, when he was on, and it was like, but they aired it. I think that it was a rerun, but they aired it again. The episode he was on, like maybe just a few weeks after he passed away, and I got pissed all over.
Yes, I think it was like either after he passed away or after his funeral. Like
it was after.
It was around that time, yes.
Because they actually at the end of the episode they said in loving memory or something like that at him. So yeah, it was after he passed, but I got pissed all over again. I was like, he did not anywhere in fashion. He did not get the justice that he deserved. He did not get the recognition. I'm sorry that he deserved.
No.
And I was pissed.
He spoke fluent French.
Girl.
He was well-traveled.
Mm-hmm.
Classy, stylish.
I wonder if other countries did like France or somewhere like I wonder Paris. I wonder like if they did a tribute to him. That's a good. I'm gonna have to look into that because I mean, like you said, he was global, so it wasn't just here in the United States. He did a lot for Vogue USA, but I mean, he was an icon, so he deserved that.
He was.
Girl, yeah, I was pissed. And I'm not even into fashion like that. Like I used to like really love watching fashion. Yeah, we know, girl, we know.
I am into like.
Listen,
my friends tease me like my friend who I just was talking to in Texas. She is like, if I show you something, she's like, you can pick it out. You can tell me like, oh, that's YSL. Like I can tell.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's good like that. Yeah. Yeah, I'll be like, all right, especially them shoes you showed me yesterday, girl.
I can't. Okay,
let's
what I was thinking about earlier. We're gonna have to have like a real. If we got on here and had a real conversation like how we talk on the phone,
mm-hmm.
Child, listen.
Girl, listen. We get a lot of people would tune in, but some people would be pissed because I'm sure that they could. But it is what it is.
It sent me over the moon.
Child. I was like, oh, look at those. I was like, let's pair them with a nice outfit and boom, girl. Go ahead.
And listen, I feel like we on the phone right now. Like I feel
so I gotta watch it. I gotta make sure. See, I hope I don't want to have to edit a lot out of here, girl. But I think we're good
I'm
so
sorry.
far. No, we good. No, shoot, girl. It is what it is. This is real talk. It is what it is. And speaking of real talk, before we get into today's topic that we discussed that we were going to talk about, can I say something? I'm in my Mama Joyce voice. Can I say something? So I got to say something about Monique real quick. Now, I know we were going to leave her in the past, but okay, we can keep going. Okay, because she pissed me off this week. It started with, now, of course, after we aired, you know, we were just like, okay, maybe this will die down or whatever. Well, I should say after we recorded last week, we were like, okay, maybe, you know, I was thinking like maybe this will die down, whatever. That same day, either that day or the next day, she went after D.L. Hughley, but brought his daughter into it.
So, see, I saw his oldest daughter on TikTok make a response video, but I can't find her TikTok account to hear the whole thing that she said. Somebody just posted a snippet of it.
Yeah. I just got like not a playback of what she said, but like people commentating on it. And just what I heard was enough for me to be completely done with Monique. And let me say this before I get into why I'm really done. So Monique is full of shit because she talks all this, my babies and girl empowerment and everything like that. And, you know, the brothers are trying to take me down and, you know, everything like that. I need my ladies, my girls, you know, I love us and everything like that. But you're out here calling 50 Cent a king. And the only reason why you're calling that man a king is because he's giving you a job. This man, now people say 50 Cent is different from Curtis Jackson. They say 50 Cent is a character, which most likely it usually is, but still within a character, there's still some realness. 50 Cent gets on social media, a public platform, not as Curtis Jackson, but as 50 Cent, and says the worst shit about black women. So you want to call him your king, but you have
said so much. I need a pen.
Girl, listen. I just thought of it. It clicked in my head when she said that 50 Cent is a king and he does this and he does that and about all this other stuff. So if he didn't give you a job, you be dogging 50 Cent. If he says something about you, which I'm sure he has in the past, because we know 50 Cent don't let shit go. He's a troll. So it's just like, but he's your king just because he gave you a job. But he says the worst shit about black women, but you're all pro black woman. Yeah.
The worst shit.
Openly.
First of all, the fact that she calls 50 Cent a king.
That part.
And she run around calling her husband, daddy. And the fact that she stood up on stage. See, look, and everybody know I'm not no D.L. I mean, after D.L. Hughley did that shit to Kanye West, I really ain't. And not that I take Kanye West's side, but if we sit here and we say that Kanye West has a mental health issue, people sit there and berate him. I mean, it don't make no sense.
Right.
So the fact that you sit and you call 50 Cent a king, you stand around and you call your husband daddy and you say all this stuff, but you stood up on stage and said all that negative stuff about D.L. Hughley and you called him all this and all. You don't respect black men.
No.
And I want to say this to black women. This morning we was watching, Judge Toller has a show called Commit or Quit. And we was watching it this morning. And the lady on there was calling her husband. Her husband. I want to say her husband. She was on there calling her husband. See, that's that bitch shit. Like, this how she talking to her husband. And Ronnie was like, you know, you don't talk, you don't say that kind of stuff. You don't do that.
Right.
And it's like, I understand you feel like, oh, these is jokes. I'm just, you know, but you was those were personal attacks. Because you wasn't just Monique the comedian.
Right. Oh, that
you
was, you said it was personal.
Aired out your grievances.
Because that's what you claimed that you were going to do. So
yeah, you had planned that attack. Black women, we gotta stop demanding respect we don't give.
Mm-hmm.
And I wish people would get this in their spirit. If somebody disrespects you, stop dealing with them.
Exactly. It's
It's
that
easy to
simple.
just leave them alone.
That's the easiest part. Right there.
It's easy to cut them out.
Mm-hmm.
He's not your husband. He's not somebody who you or have to be. I don't want to use the word forced, but he's not somebody who you have to force a relationship with.
Right.
He's not a family member. He's not somebody who you're going to see on a regular basis. I mean, why even feed your energy into this, Monique?
Mm-hmm.
Because you talk this empowerment shit. You empowerment bitches is next. you people. I'm gonna make a full circle.
Let's go.
You people. See, and I don't profess to be, but I look at these women empowerment get-togethers.
Girl.
Y'all ain't empowering shit.
Mm-mm.
I'm gonna just keep it real with you.
Yeah.
And I'm saying this because what does it mean? What does empowerment even mean to y'all?
Mm-hmm. Do you know?
What y'all doing is more like mentoring. It's more like y'all charging women to be friends with y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all charging women to just be girlfriends and say, and have a good kiki. That's really what y'all doing.
That's it.
When do I want to talk about this? When I put the Well Center into place, my goal was, and my goal still is, because I want to get a facility and I want to start it and like really open it up.
Right.
And it stands for the Women's Empowerment Learning and Living Center. When I think about empowering people, the first thing I think about is empowering women who are in a less fortunate situation.
Mm-hmm.
You know, who need economic empowerment, who need like mental, spiritual empowerment.
Right.
I look at these things and I don't necessarily know how y'all empower. Like, I don't see it. Am I being clear when I say this?
Well, I guess you can empower me with $1,000 a pop.
I don't see it.
No.
Now, let me say this. If you want to call it a girlfriend's luncheon, that's completely understandable.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to call it, if you want to have a stance and say, you know, it's Domestic Violence Month, if you want to get domestic violence survivors together and have a brunch or have a summit, those things completely understandable.
Mm-hmm.
You know, go red for women, but don't say what you're actually doing.
Right.
It's not that's not what empowerment means. You're basically most of the time charging women to explain to them how to open businesses.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you're doing.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell y'all right now, wherever you live, go to the Secretary of State. If you want to sell t-shirts, go to the Secretary of State, get you a vendor's license.
That's all you got to do.
It's going to be cheaper if you press the t-shirt yourself. But if you don't have it, I'm sure there's a t-shirt company in your area that will gladly, you could put an order in and they will sell you a quality of shirt that you can then resell for a markup value.
Yep.
Get you a vendor's license, go get your name with the Secretary of State, get your incorporation papers from the Secretary of State. And if you just want to go ahead and jump out on a limb, get on the trademark website for the U.S. government and look up your name there first, so you can see if the name is if you can trademark the name. That would be the best place to do, is look there first.
Right.
Once you see that, go to the state level and fill out all the paperwork. Get you a P.O. box first. Get your P.O. box, the name of your company, because you want to use that P.O. box as the address for your LLC.
Yes.
Now I just told you everything you need to know.
Yeah, right there for
Stop
free.
Sitting there, letting them take your money, and they gonna get you in there to sit at the luncheon and take your money, and then tell you when you come away, a private session is another fee.
Yep. See. Boom.
I mean, it's not empowering.
No.
If you want to empower some people, find your local homeless shelter and go give out some meals.
Mm-hmm.
Donate socks, underwear, sanitary napkins. That's how you can empower some people.
Yep.
Spend the money that you're giving to these brunches to people who need it. Find where the homeless people be sleeping outside, because there are a group of people who don't want to go to the shelter.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Make some lunches and go down there and give them out to them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
it's that
we gotta
simple.
stop this empowerment shit.
Yeah, I mean, seriously.
Full circle on Monique. So, because you mentioned her saying she empowered women, she ain't empowering a damn thing.
She ain't empowering nobody. This is all about her. That's what it's about.
But what she is proving and what she proved in that week, it's her.
Yeah.
Everything that people said about her, she tried to say that Lee Daniels and Oprah was blackballing her, or Tyler Perry, whoever name she said.
It was all three. She was going at all three of them. Mm-hmm.
It's not true. Look at how you acted. So now here we have a completely different genre. This has nothing to do with movies. Mm-hmm. This is about stand-up comedy. This is your area.
Right.
Look how you're conducting yourself.
Exactly.
So you are hard to work with.
Yeah.
Which is what the word is on the street.
And it's going to stay like that.
Hard to work with.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And let me say this. So isn't she she's very open about it, but isn't she an open survivor of sexual assault?
Yes.
That's what she came at DL Hughley's daughter about. And let me just give a quick backstory. So what happened is DL Hughley, on his show, I guess, I don't know how long ago it was, but his daughter was grown when this happened. His daughter was of age. She was of age. So, not when the assault happened, but one of his daughters, I don't know how many daughters he has, but one of them was sexually assaulted by a family friend. And when she went to DL, he didn't believe her. It was just like he couldn't believe that this person, probably somebody that he knew for years, would do this to his own child. So he didn't believe her.
His older daughter.
Okay.
Because does he have a child from a previous relationship?
Yeah, he does. I think he does have a child from a previous relationship. Then he has one outside of his marriage too, because he did admit that. So.
Okay,
yeah.
So it's her.
Okay, it's the oldest. Okay, the older. Yeah, well, I know she's grown now.
I'm gonna look it up and see how many kids he got.
Okay, so Monique, to try to come at DL and say, well, since then, let me just backtrack real quick. Since the incident happened with his daughter and the family friend and him not believing her and everything, that's why he talked about it, because he said that he felt like he failed as a father, not protecting his daughter. So even though he put out his daughter's business, I'm sure they discussed it and everything like that, but still it has something to do with him too, him feeling that he failed as a father. So that's why he talked about it on his show. So Monique decides this past week, years after this happened, years after DL talked about it, well, I don't know how many years, but it's been at least a couple years, I'm sure. She decides to throw that in his face. And almost in a sense, like she's mocking, or not only that, basically she's re-victimizing his daughter just to come at him. And so basically the daughter told Monique, for you to do that and you to come at my family and everything like that, if she's basically saying, if you got a problem with my father, deal with my father. You did not have to bring that up. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like you could have attacked him for anything else that he's done out here. But to bring that up, to attack him, you were re-victimizing me. And then all these other sexual assault survivors came out in her defense. And, basically they're like, okay, Monique, not a good look. We were rocking with you for a minute. We understood what you were saying, how you feel like people are treating you, regardless if you're wrong or not. But that was that was the limit for some people, and it was the limit for me. I'm done.
So, Black people, I want to say something. And we need to get this in our spirit. And let's just close our eyes and meditate on this for a second.
That right there.
We have got to let some people go.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have to be mad at them. We don't have to argue. We don't have to fight. Mm-hmm. We don't have to fuss.
It's so freeing just to let it go.
But some people will cross a line, and we have to say, okay, that's enough.
Mm-hmm.
And it's no disrespect to Monique at all, but she has chosen a path that, you know, this is what she wants to do. Again, I ain't even about to knock you for what your decisions are.
Right.
Because that's her life. She got to live with those decisions.
Mm-hmm.
But we can scream till we blue in the face about her being accountable for her actions. We can scream till we blue in the face about ain't nobody blackballing you. I just said it a few minutes ago.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, I mean, really, Sydney is her problem.
That's what it is. That's exactly what it is.
Just like we sit here and we say, Jada is Will's problem.
Mm-hmm.
You know, sometimes, I don't care how long you've been with a person, sometimes you can get so wrapped up in that thing and intertwined in it that you lack the ability and the clarity to step back from the situation and say, this does not serve me.
Mm-hmm.
This is not good for me. He is not good for me. She is not good for me.
Right.
And you normally don't realize that until some drastic, terrible thing has happened.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what it's going to take for Monique. And I'm not even trying to be disrespectful. I don't care for her that much anyway.
Right. I mean, that right there. So it's like, I didn't want to get too involved in this, but it's just like, it's just ongoing. And it's just like, oh my goodness. And then you just took it too far.
Yeah. Like she, you know, she just, even when she was a plus size woman, and I'm probably going to take a lot of flack for this. I am a plus size woman, and I don't care for loud, just all over the place women.
Right.
Like, and then tell the truth, I don't care if you is skinny or if you big. Yeah, I don't really care either way.
If you're doing too much, you're doing too much.
Loud, rambunctious women.
Yeah.
But I think because being plus size, you get judged much more harshly for carrying yourself that way.
Of course, yeah.
And so it's been something that I back away from. I don't even entertain women like that.
Right.
I don't even want it. Yeah. I don't even want it around me. You know, I prefer, you know, a more calm, and that may be because it's my personality, more calm. I know I seem like maybe to people who I know, but when you're in a large setting, when you're in a professional,
exactly, it doesn't matter what your profession is.
I think we all miss the point that this is her job.
Exactly.
This is how you feed your family. So you're basically at work acting like this.
Yeah.
I back away from stuff like that, but she can do whatever she wants.
I mean, you know, because I mean, she and Daddy are going to have to be the ones that are suffering the consequences. So,
it's my daddy.
I mean, that's who he is. that's what she calls him. I still will never get over that, but you know. And then let me one more thing. She constantly attacked his marriage, DL's marriage, but if you say something about Daddy, whoo. Child, she will go.
And you know what was so funny? Because I saw her, like, I didn't realize until you told me that he was there. Like, I was just assuming that she was at a place doing stand-up, but I didn't realize that they were on the same ticket, basically.
Girl, he went on right after her.
And it just strikes me how she's so aggressive with every other man.
Listen.
Sydney.
Listen.
That scene with that. I'm not saying you're supposed to be aggressive with your husband.
I know, I totally get what you're saying.
I don't know how much I believe you respect your own husband when you don't respect men in general.
Yep. She probably just doesn't want to be alone. I think that's where she's at right now. She doesn't want to be alone, and she's taking whatever comes from him. You know what I mean? So I think that this is like it's definitely a self-esteem thing, you know, when it comes to him. She knows he's not good for her, business-wise. I don't know, personal.
You think she can tell the difference in her career? Like, do you think... I posed this question about... this is about to be crazy. I posed this question about... I was watching the thing about Warren Jeffs on Netflix.
Yeah.
And I said, you know what? When people... Because he clearly is not a prophet of God.
Oh, no. I mean, let's
and so he was like telling the people, like, I am a prophet of God.
Child.
And the prophet and this and that. And I said, you know, I wonder, does he really believe that he's a prophet?
I think they do.
When he goes to sleep at night, is he thinking like, let me see what kind of shit I can come up with tomorrow to tell them to do? Like, or, you know, like,
yeah.
Or did he really believe that he was a prophet?
I think people get that delusional when they keep saying stuff and then they got people enabling them. I think so. Yeah, I truly
wonder
do.
that with her. Like, can she see the difference in her career? Like, does she see the way her life has changed?
I think she has, but she doesn't believe it's her fault.
But does she see the difference in her life since she's been with him? Or does she just think, or does she really believe that people are attacking her? Like, can she connect the dots? Like,
right.
Damn, since I got with Sydney, this has been kind of jacked up. Or does she? Or I always wonder that kind of stuff.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Like, do people really like backtrack, like walk themselves backwards and say,
how did we get here?
Like, this is where it's right here.
Yeah. Like, where did it all go down?
That is. Like, I'm not saying it has to be a person, but whatever that point was, do you say like, oh, that's where I've messed up at?
Right.
So, like, I wonder, like, at night, you know, because we can't always escape our nightly thoughts.
No.
Laying down, you know. When you go to bed at night, is she like really in her head, like, oh, or is she just like, night, daddy?
Right.
How does that go?
I'm sorry. Yes.
How does it go? Because we all can clearly see it. Like,
okay.
Because she was talented.
Oh my God. Monique was on top. Listen, I mean, even before Precious. You know, and that, because of course that's where it went.
We're talking about her, and I just want to say this. What makes people lose weight and get mean as hell?
Listen, because you hungry. No, I'm just playing. I'm just joking. That's what the comedian said about her, but I
mean,
I don't know.
It's not related to her. But she falls in that category.
Yeah. Because, I mean, she used to always talk about... Go ahead.
I follow on social media. Like, nobody probably follows her. She really struggled with her weight. She lost weight, and I just was like, damn, you kind of mean. And it was like, oh, wow. And I was wondering to myself, like, do y'all be undercover bitches?
Right.
Like, is this who you really want it to be? Like, underneath?
And you were talking about,
because always want to be a mean girl.
Because girl, Monique did a whole routine on skinny mean girls. I mean, she's not skinny. She's still a plus size woman, you know, but she's not as big as she was, obviously. But
okay, yeah, because she did, but she was heavier then when she did that. It was a comedy special.
It was
right?
a comedy special, yeah.
Right. I remember. I never watched it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna just tell the truth. I ain't never watched the Queens of Comedy even.
Oh, now you got to watch Queens of Comedy. Now I did like Queens of Comedy. Yeah,
I might have watched like some more's skit, but I ain't never really watched the whole thing.
Yeah, you gotta.
I'll try to watch it.
Yeah, try to watch it at least because it was good. I mean, Monique closed the show and she closed it down. I'm not gonna lie, but that's who she was. You know what I mean? She still could be, but she, like you said, she's turned into a mean girl.
Yeah, like I don't know why. You lose weight, and then I would think you would be more like happier and just like.
Listen, as someone who has lost basically a whole person, you do feel like, for me, I feel so much better.
Yeah, like would think.
Yeah, I mean, I don't get it. Like you said, I think that's just who she was.
So that means deep down inside, all you people who losing weight and being mean to people, y'all really just been secret bitches.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow, that's disheartening.
And men too, secret bitches.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Because they'll do it too. Let's keep it real.
Yeah. I feel like men be mean if they big or small, they don't care.
Yeah, they're just
so arrogant and full of themselves.
Yeah, they're just gonna be men. Are gonna be men. Gotta love them. So who they are.
Pounds.
And still be looking at you
they gonna be looking at you with their nose turned up.
Basically, yeah, like they're too good for you.
Oh yeah,
that's a whole nother.
Well, I've been noticing that. Like, oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
Like, be nice. And she is like, and I think she's done excellent, like with her health. And
yeah, I mean she's out here still.
Because I've watched a few of her, she dances.
Yeah, I was just getting ready to say that.
To be, too healthy instead of like, exercise.
She found something that she loves to do.
Yeah, and I think she does a great job. Because I think there are parts of her that are amazing.
Yeah.
But honey, that mean part.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only thing that I heard. Like they said, that's the only response D.L. Hughley gave. He said it looked like Precious was a true story.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Okay.
Like,
they were like, is that why you played that role so good? Because that's really who you are. And it looks like that's who she is. And from what I hear, she has an estranged relationship with her children. I don't know how many children she has, but I think she has a daughter for sure. And of course, they're grown. I know
she has some boys.
Okay. But
I know she got some boys.
Yeah, you never hear her talk about them, which, I mean, some celebrities don't talk about their children. So that's in, and this is just what I'm hearing. I'm not saying it's true, but I did hear that she had an estranged relationship with, her children. I'm not sure if it's just like a daughter or, like you said, I know like she has sons for sure, but I don't know. But that's a whole nother girl. Yeah, I don't know, but I'm done.
Yeah, I really think it's just time, like it's respectfully, some people you just have to bow out from. And she's just one of those people. Like, I think the last movie was that Christmas movie with like Gabrielle Union. I think it was like Mekhi Phifer. Was it Mekhi Phifer?
I think was that him?
Or
I know what you're talking about,
Omar
but I've only seen it once.
Danny Glover, like the mother passed away.
Yeah.
So that's the last, but they say she was terrible on set. She played a really good role. She was the aunt.
Yeah, shit, yep.
But they say like her demands were like crazy. Because who directed that? Was it Malcolm Lee?
I think so.
Yeah, so I love that movie though.
Yeah, that was a good movie.
That's a good holiday
movie.
I know people like This Christmas.
But that was good.
That is like,
and it's underrated.
Family like a family movie. Like if you watch This Christmas, watch that too.
Yeah, because it was good. It was really good. Yeah. But when they came out and said that she was a monster behind scenes, I mean, and then you're going to be a monster behind scenes after all this stuff has come out. I mean,
she doesn't care.
She doesn't care. That's why you said she probably rolls over and says, "Good night, Daddy." Goes right to the girl. That took me out. I'm sorry, because that's what happens,
honey. Because that's what she is doing. Like,
I don't think she cares. Yeah, I really don't think she cares.
I mean, I'm sorry to hear that for anybody who. It's called Almost Christmas.
Almost Christmas. Okay, yeah,
that's what it's called. I am sorry for anybody, who goes to bed at night and doesn't like self-reflect.
Right. Because that's the perfect time to do it. That's when I do. And sometimes it keeps me up at night because I'll just be like, girl.
Oh, you said that.
Okay.
You have to go back sometime and make amends. Mm-hmm. But it keeps you accountable. If you ain't going to be accountable to yourself, good Lord.
Mm-hmm. You can't have...
out here dating.
Listen, girl.
We got to be accountable to us first.
Mm-hmm. You got to take care of yourself first. I always say that. And I know it's easier for some people, and harder for others. But, you have to try to take care of yourself first. Because you can't be good if you're a parent. You can't be good to your children if you don't take care of yourself. Mm-hmm. If you're a spouse, you can't be good to your partner, your husband, your wife, if you, so.
You can't put demands on people that you don't put on yourself.
Right. Exactly. And
if you don't self-reflect and hold yourself accountable,
accountability.
How do I hold you to a standard that I don't keep? Mm-hmm. That don't make sense.
No.
That don't make no sense.
None at all. So, girl,
I'm gonna get on you about lying, and I'm lying.
Right? How's that work? And we see it all the time. People being manipulative and all that stuff. I mean, it happens. People are like that, but that's when you just got to distance yourself and leave them damn people alone. And take care of yourself. Child.
We just had a good show.
Yeah.
And didn't at all talk about what we came to talk about.
We'll talk about that.
We can talk about it next week.
Yeah, we'll talk about it next week.
I got my little list right here.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I just wrote it down too. So we'll talk about that next week.
This was a good, we needed to. If we don't take anything, everybody, if you don't take anything from this show,
right,
hold yourself accountable.
Yeah.
If you want me to repeat those business steps again, I know in season 1 I said don't inbox me. You can inbox me.
Right.
Because I want y'all to start. That money that you spend on that stuff, put it into your business.
Mm-hmm.
Put it into your business.
Yep.
It's a girl right now on Instagram giving out vendor sheets for $1. She's showing people how to do drop shipping for like $60.
You just gotta go. You gotta go out there and search yourself. Don't just see somebody doing a class or women's empowerment or whatever they want to call it, whatever, and think that you're going to learn everything. That's cool, but don't think that you're going to get.
I'm not saying that.
Yeah, I mean you do.
But don't go there expecting whoosh like this rushing wind.
Listen, I mean, because you can get advice. Yeah, you can get advice on social media. You can get advice on YouTube, I mean, so it's just like
it's people giving free business advice all day, every day. Once you get in the algorithm where you hit like on those videos, it'll just send that stuff to you.
Yeah. So
just,
yeah, look out for that stuff. Take care of yourself. That's another way to take care of yourself first.
I see people on social media all the time, like, I haven't been able to find what I've been looking for to start my business. People is telling me this, but they not telling me what I'm looking for. I don't say shit though.
You don't need to. Yeah. And it's not being like, I'm not getting paid to do that. I'm not, and it's not necessarily about the money.
I don't care about the payment. What I have a problem with is not problem. Let me take that word back. I just know that sometimes when you approach people with certain stuff, they don't receive it well.
Right. And that's a bigger problem to me. It's just like, if you're not going to take the advice, or at least you don't have to take it, but at least listen.
Be receptive.
Be receptive. There you go. That's the word.
You're not even open. You're really not open to it. I have someone in my life, and maybe I've said this before they do this. They will literally ask me, so how do I da-da-da-da? Oh, all you got to do is da-da-da-da-da-da. Well, I already know that.
Yeah, girl, yeah. That's why I had to step back from doing that for people.
So you know what now? I was wondering if I could. I don't know. That's what I say now.
Yeah, I don't know, girl.
I don't know.
Yeah, maybe you should look into that. I don't know, girl.
Because I can't keep spoon feeding you the information. And I do my research.
Listen.
Don't think because I'm not out here charging, I don't know what I'm talking about. I do my research.
Right, because you ain't got to charge for everything.
No.
Sometimes it's just
for something that's free.
Exactly.
Where to find it.
Especially if I got the information for free, I'm not going to charge you. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like,
it's free, y'all.
Listen.
I be seeing people saying, "Oh, for this fee, I'll fill out your." Y'all,
girl, listen.
Don't let them charge you for that.
Mm-mm.
You can go onto the Secretary of State's website right now.
Mm-hmm.
The links are I find a way to get y'all the links because y'all, it's free.
Mm-hmm.
They want your email address. They're gonna give you your own little password.
Put them on your website. Just do a post and put them on your website. Mm-hmm.
Because it's like, y'all, it's free. It's
mm-hmm.
free.
And it's so simple. It's really simple. Like, it took me forever to do it until, like, you know, Keisha and I started talking about it and everything like that. And then, you know, it's just like, well, shoot, let me just go on and just do it. Took like 2 seconds. You know what I mean? Like, it's really, I mean, that's exaggerating, but you know, it really doesn't take any time.
It does not take
no time, and you can do it yourself.
Print off a document. You can do it right online.
Right online.
Hey, right online.
Mm-hmm. And it's not expensive at all. It's not,
they'll email you your certificate to say that your business is official.
Mm-hmm. Real simple.
Like, it's simple.
Yeah.
Do not let these people charge you.
No.
But some of the stuff y'all don't want to do the leg work.
Yeah, so it's easier to pay somebody to do it. And I get that. Some people are like that. You know what I mean?
But
and
don't pay them.
Yeah, don't pay them. You don't have to go that route.
Come ask me first. Don't pay them.
Right.
I just can't see you giving up all that money for something that's free.
For free. Yeah, the only money that I've paid.
What do Ray always say? God and Google.
That's it.
Y'all, it's free. It's free.
Google it. That's it.
See, maybe because we old too, and y'all, we ain't used to Google.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't believe that the answer can be that simple. It's
right.
that simple.
It's that simple. Yeah. Show. Well, this was a good show. Google. Yeah, God and Google. That's it. That's is that gonna be the title of the show?
God and Google.
God and Google.
That's all you need.
That's it. That is it. Ciao. Well, I think this was a very informative show.
Okay, well,
yeah.
You know, thanks for rocking with us. We're almost halfway there. We're going to do 12 shows.
Yeah, we're going to do 12 shows this season. So, yeah. Come on,
we're going to say it right now. Next week, Black movements.
Yes.
And I found out some very interesting things about movements of the past.
Okay, cool. That'll be good.
Who's still active, who's not active.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, we're going to be talking about other movements too, but we're really going to focus on the Black movements.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, but yeah.
I should have said that. I should have just said movement.
Oh, no, you're good. No, I mean, but
yes.
Yeah, so.
Absolutely.
Because there are other movements out there, so yeah.
It'll still be June, yes.
Yeah, so we'll be good.
Okay. Well, you guys have an amazing week.
Don't forget to follow us on Instagram at girl you know what. I'm sorry, girl _ you know what. And you could also follow us on Instagram at Wellness and Women and at DannieBSpeaks. Or visit our websites, same names, wellnessandwomen.com, DannieBSpeaks.com. So, yeah, until next week, we will talk to y'all later.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.